The same way that Black Americans will not stop reminding people in the United States of America that this country was built on their backs. The economic success of the United States was built on their back is the same way that Haitians should not stop asking for reparations. They should not stop litigating for what is theirs. It is because of their persistence and their constant demands that they are being treated with a modicum of respect in this country. I will never feel bad for exposing the truth of what happened to Haiti. I cannot understand information for you, nor can I process it. Information is there for you to consume at your leisure and pleasure. So when I continue my studies and I read information in the Blue Book of 1920 of Haiti, I get angry, and so should you. The United States of America invaded Haiti in 1915 for a multitude of opportunistic reasons. And during the occupation, many foreign peoples benefited off of the backs of the free Haitians on the land that they fought for. During the occupation, Americans rewrote Haiti's constitution, creating a loophole allowing foreigners to buy land. And as a result, and I quote, land became easy and cheap to secure, and labor only cost 20 to 30 cents per day. And this is in 1919. Fast forward to somewhat 70 years later, the average Haitian was making $1 a day, an 80-cent jump in 70 years, $1 a day. So you cannot tell me that the economic profile of Haiti was not designed to keep Haitians down. But let me bring you back to 1920, when people are only making 20 to 30 cents a day. In 1919, Haiti was still millions of dollars in debt, and that debt was not fully paid until 1947. And the Haitians were making 20 to 30 cents a day. The government of Haiti, for every $3 that they made, $2.53 had to go to France. But that's not the part that should get you angry. When the foreigners came in, buying up the land quite cheaply, paying the Haitians 20 to 30 cents a day, building the country on their backs. The people who occupied Haiti were the Americans, were the French, were the Germans, and were the Syrians, and many other small minorities. But at the time, America was in competition with the rest of the world, and they needed allies. They sure as hell weren't friends with the French. They were working quite closely together, but they weren't friends, and definitely not the Germans, because we know World War II happened. But they decided to partner with the Syrians. Now, during the time that the Syrians were migrating from 1890 to 1920, some of them landed in the Americas. They were given American citizenship. And because America needed allies in Haiti, the Syrians bridged that gap. There were some Syrians that were already here, and then there were some Syrians that came later. But either way, Washington facilitated the Arab migration to Haiti. The Americans gave the Syrians money to start their businesses, and after they started their businesses, gave them immunity from the behaviors that they were displaying in Haiti. But that's not the problem. The problem is, as you continue to read this book, you find out that the businesses that was started were extensions of businesses that were already established by the Syrian community in New York. But that's not the problem. The problem is, in an economy where Haitians are making 20 to 30 cents per day, still owe millions of dollars to France. We have Syrians who have established businesses or franchises into Haiti. Those businesses were valued at $5 million a year in revenue. And when the Haitian government asked the Syrians to participate, they stated no, they weren't Haitians, thus resulting in Haitians wanting to kick them out of the country because they were not helping pay off that debt, thus resulting in Haitians saying, Haiti is for Haitians. When the Syrians felt threatened, they flew American flags outside of their homes and walked in the streets proclaiming their American citizenship and demanded that the Americans intervene on their behalf. When the Syrians were asked to contribute to Haiti's national debt and help pay off that debt, they said, no, the money that we were making is to send back home. And in the process of reading several books, which I suggest you do, you find out that the Boulos, the Biggio, the Mevs, and many more were part of the people who refused to contribute to pay off Haiti's debt, a debt that was not paid until 1947. And you today sit on the toilet, sit at the park, sit in your car, and take time to comment under my posts that the Syrians aren't part of the problem, when they in fact have proven time and time again that they are the problem. Because as time progressed, what did they do in Haiti? They monopolized almost everything and are the lead drug traffickers in Haiti, destabilizing the country. They fund coups. They fund the destabilization of Haiti. They fund the gangs. They play political chess. Your ability to receive information without personalizing it and getting offended is linked directly to the amount of intelligence that you have. Either way, I am going to be posting historical facts and reading from historical documents. And if you'd like to argue with the facts and the documents. Like, share, repost, and follow for more.